Since the dawn of storytelling, serpents have slithered through our myths. They appear as guardians of sacred treasures, as tricksters, cosmic forces that encircle the world, from the feathered serpents of Mesoamerica to the Nagas of India and the Leviathan of the Bible. Humanity seems obsessed with giant snakes. But what if these legends were not only symbols? What if they were inspired by real colossal snakes that once lived or still live alongside us? Snakes are ancient survivors. They first appeared more than 100 million years ago, during the time of the dinosaurs. While most species today are modest in size, history tells us of monsters. The Titanoboa, discovered in fossil beds in Colombia, stretched nearly 50 feet long and weighed more than a ton. Imagine a snake so large it could swallow a crocodile whole. This was no myth, it was real, and it lived only about 60 million years ago, long after the dinosaurs had vanished. Now picture early humans stumbling upon the bones of such a creature, or perhaps even crossing paths with its late descendants. Two hunter-gatherers armed only with spears. The sight of a snake longer than a boat would be nothing less than an encounter with the divine or the demonic. Such experiences, retold around campfires, could seed the myths of world serpents and dragon snakes. Across cultures, the similarities are striking. In Norse mythology, Jarmungandr was the serpent so vast it encircled the earth, destined to rise during Ragnarok. In Hindu and Buddhist traditions, Nagas are semi-divine serpent beings, sometimes benevolent, sometimes fearsome. The ancient Greeks spoke of Python, a monstrous serpent slain by Apollo at Delphi. The Mayans revered Kukulkan, the feathered serpent, whose body twisted between heaven and earth. It is remarkable that cultures oceans apart all imagined serpents of impossible size and power. Perhaps their stories were rooted in shared memory of encounters with snakes larger than we can easily imagine. Even in modern times, whispers of colossal serpents persist. In the Amazon stories tell of the Sucariju Gigante, snakes stretching more than 60 feet. 19th century explorers claimed to see giant anacondas sliding through rivers like moving logs. In Africa, Thales circulative snakes big enough to topple elephants. Most herpetologists dismiss these as exaggerations, but the consistency of reports raises eyebrows. Could pockets of oversized snakes have survived in unexplored jungles and swamps? We know that human imagination magnifies fear. A 20-foot python might become a 40-foot leviathan in the heat of terror. But science has already proven that snakes can reach sizes beyond what most people believe possible. The reticulated python, still alive today in Southeast Asia, regularly grows past 20 feet. It is capable of swallowing a deer or even, in rare cases, a human. Scale that up just a little, and you have the monster of myth. And then there is the spiritual dimension. Snakes shed their skin, emerging renewed. A perfect metaphor for rebirth and immortality. Their silent flowing movement has no equal, as if they swim through the earth itself. Their venom can kill, but it can also heal. Snake venom is used in modern medicine for heart and blood treatments. To ancient eyes, such creatures were both terrifying and sacred, blurring the line between nature and the supernatural. But what if, beneath the symbolism, there was flesh? Imagine ancient humans migrating into tropical forests, only to find rivers haunted by serpents longer than their canoes. Imagine shamans interpreting these encounters as signs from the gods. Imagine fossilized remains of Titanoboa or other massive reptiles being unearthed, their bones mistaken for evidence of divine serpents. Suddenly, myth and reality intertwine. Science tells us that climate plays a key role in snake size. Titanoboa grew so enormous because Earth was much hotter millions of years ago. Could local climates, deep in the Amazon or Congo basin, still allow oversized snakes to thrive? If so, our myths may be warnings disguised as stories. Beware the serpent in the river, for it may not be a symbol, it may be waiting. If colossal snakes truly inspired mythology, then humanity has been carrying a memory of ancient encounters for millennia. Our fears and reverence, carved into temples and whispered in sacred texts, may be echoes of a reality that once slithered beside us. And if we look into the shadows of unexplored jungles today, perhaps those echoes are not entirely gone. Because in the end, myths often begin with a spark of truth. And the serpent, patient and enduring, may still be hiding just beyond the edge of our firelight.